I had to get some of her pussy. I had to come and see Storm Reid. I was fiending for it. And she was definitely fiending for me too. So I don't know. I just got married. I've been spending time with Selena. I have, and I've been spending time with my daughter too. But I told her that I got a lot of meetings this month, so she understands. That's why you don't hear her in the story as much. But yeah, I've been spending time with Selena. But right now I'm still kind of visiting Storm, but I do want to tell y'all a story though, right? So I met Olivia Holt. I met Olivia Holt, but on the phone though. She called me up and I heard that I'm doing another movie and it's with Olivia Holt. So all I remember is that, I see, Storm coming out of her room to meet Sky, right? So I grab her and she's like, "Who are you? David, you scared me. I thought you was a robber or something trying to rape me. What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm trying to spend time with my girl." She's like, "But I gotta go see Sky." I'm like, you don't, I don't care about that. She's like, "But I gotta tell her." I'm like, "You can tell her another time." She's like, "All right." So I'm like, "Come here. I got a room, so let's go." She's like, "Okay." So we go in the room, and she's like, "Well, baby, why don't you just tell her?" I'm like, "Tell her what?" She's like, "Tell her that you like me more. Like, no matter how fucking weird it sounds, tell her that I'm your girlfriend. And if she called me and asked me, I'll be like, yes, I am his girlfriend. Like, I'm gonna say it with confidence. I'm not even gonna be scared to say it. I'm like, yes, I'm his girlfriend. Like, I'll be like, we talked on the phone and like you was right. Yeah, we did get off the phone to talk and we ended up liking each other. So that's how it happened. So, I mean, I'm not going to give her full details on how everything happened, but guess what? We're together, and no matter how it sounds or how fucked up it sounds, we are together. So, I'm like, "Come here, girl. You gonna come out them clothes?" She's like, "I'm coming out the clothes, David." I'm like, "Come here, girl. You so sexy." She's like, "Okay. I like it when you say that. You know that?" I'm like, "Oh, you did?" She's like, "Yeah." So, my phone ringing, and it's the girl Olivia Holt. Now, she got my number through the companies and the producers. So I answered the phone. I'm like, "Hello," and I'm like, got my dick out and everything, and I got her on speakerphone. She's like, "Yeah, man, speak to David." I'm like, "Yeah, who is this?" She's like, "Olivia Holt." I'm like, "Olivia Holt who?" She's like, the actor, Olivia Holt." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, how you get my number?" She's like, "Well, the producers of the movie gave me your number and they thought it would be best if we talk. So, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "What's up? What's going on? I'm a big fan of your work." So she's like, "I'm really excited to hear that." So I'm like, "So, what movie is this about? Is this another love story I'm starring in?" She's like, "It sure is." So I'm like, "Let me guess. You my leading girl, huh?" She like, "Yes, I am. I play your girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh, okay. But I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you back?" So she's like, "Yeah, I'll be waiting for your phone call, David." So I'm like, "Okay, Mrs. Olivia Holt, you be right." I was like, "You be by that phone. I'll be there to call you." So she's like, "Okay, can't wait." So that's when Storm Reid got jealous. She's like, "Well, what are you talking about? You gonna call her when you done? Like, how you gonna do that right in front of me?" I'm like, "Storm, you're my girl. I'm gonna tell her that you're my baby." She like, "You promise?" I'm like, "I promise." She's like, "Well, I'll feel comfortable if you call her around me." I'm like, "All right." She's like, "Cause I don't know what the fuck you gonna talk about if you call her by yourself." I'm like, "Okay, Storm, I'll call her around you." She's like, "Okay, well, come on and get some pussy, cause that's what we were about to do before we got interrupted." So I'm pounding on it and I'm just turn her ass up, like doing my thing, but I'm fucking the shit out of Storm Reid. So that's when her phone rang and it was Sky Jackson. So Sky was like, "Storm, what are you doing? I am here at this pizza spot waiting for you. Where are you?" So she's like, "Oh, I am so sorry, girl. I had took me a little nap and I don't feel good. So she's like, what do you mean you don't feel good? It was your idea to meet here. So she's like, yeah, but I'm really not feeling good. My head is like really like turning and my stomach is hurting really bad. I think I ate something bad last night. I am not feeling good. I'm not even up for it, girl. So she's like, can we just have a rain check? She's like, I'll be gone tomorrow morning. I don't know when I'm going to be back in the city. And how long you going to be here? She's like, well, I'll leave the next day, not tomorrow, but the next day after tomorrow. So she's like, well, girl, this is my only time here. So if you can't meet me now, then we ain't going to be able to meet up until June the 13th. So she was like, okay, well, we'll just meet up June the 13th. She's like, all right, well, I'm going back to the hotel. So she's like, I'm so sorry, girl. So she's like, yeah, I know you are. So she get off the phone and she's like, wait, I need to ask her something. So she calls her back and she's like, Sky. She's like, yeah. She's like, have you been calling David? Are you even still his girlfriend? She was like, why the fuck do you want to know? Yes, I'm still his girlfriend. I haven't called him because I'm mad at him right now, but I'm going to be calling him in a few minutes. I'm still his girlfriend. You think I'm going to let him go that fast? Like, no, I'm still his girlfriend and I still care about him a lot. It's just that I'm kind of mad at him and he gonna know I'm mad at him, but I'm going to forgive him. So, yes, I am still his girlfriend. So, but I got to go. So, she hang up the phone. She's like, yeah, well, she's still your girlfriend. I'm like, I know she is. So she's like, what is that supposed to mean? You said that I can tell her. I'm like, I said you can tell her. She's like, well, why are you saying it like that with a smirk on your damn face, David? I'm like, Storm. She's like, it's the way you said it. I know she is. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean to me? I'm like, I don't know. What is it supposed to mean to you, Storm? She like, I don't know. It seemed like you want to fuck her or something. I'm like, I want to fuck you. She's like, well, start acting like it, David, and stop fucking playing the mind games with me. I'm like, I'm not playing mind games with you. She's like, yes, you are. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, you know what, Storm? You like arguing with me, don't you? She's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, I could tell. She's like, I like arguing with you because you're my baby. I'm like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah. I'm like, come here, open them legs up. She's like, I'm opening them up, Big Daddy. I'm like, oh, you are. So I'm pounding on it and fucking her brains out. And I mean, I'm like turning her ass up from the back, smacking her ass and watching her ass clap. I'm having fun with her pussy. I couldn't hold it out. I needed her pussy. I'm not gonna lie. So all I remember is that my phone rang again and it's Olivia Holt. So she was like, hey David, I just thought that maybe we can talk now. I know you said you was gonna call me, but maybe we could talk now and like see how, like see how we can like hang out and get to know each other. So Storm Reid gets on the phone and she's like, hello. She was like, hello, who is this? She was like, did I dial the right number? She's like, yeah, you dialed the right number. So she was like, well, am I speaking to David? She's like, does it sound like David on the phone? She was like, okay, well, who is this? She's like, Storm Reid. She's like, oh, the little girl from Rico and Times. She's like, I am not a little girl. So she was like, oh, well, how old are you? She's like, I'm 15 years old. She's like, yeah, you're a little girl. So she's like, where's David? So she's like, he's with his girlfriend. So she like, okay, and who is his girlfriend? I know it ain't. And she was like, I know it's not you. So she was like, I am his girlfriend. So she's like, okay, ill. So she's like, what do you mean ill? So she was like, you're 15 years old. So she's like, okay, and David is not an old ass man. So what are you trying to say? Like he's a fucking rapist? She was like, I'm not saying it like he's a rapist. All I'm saying is just ill. So she was like, okay, well, he's with his girlfriend right now, and he'll call you back when he's done with me, okay? So we're kind of in the middle of something. She was like, are you having sex with him, girl? You are too young to be having sex. She was like, girls are having sex at my age right now. So this is not anything new, what I'm doing. So she's like, anyway, he'll call you when he get a chance. So she like, okay, she's gonna be a bitch on my list. I'm like, come here, Storm, you my baby. She's like, yeah, I'm definitely your baby. So beating her pussy up and turning it up, and then she she was inviting herself to suck my dick. She wanted to suck it, so she was begging to suck it, and I let her suck it, and I ended up like kissing on her and beating it up. And we were just cuddling, all cuddling, kissing, like what we're kind of doing right now. It's raining, so it kind of it is romantic. It's raining outside. It's like it's a time to hold your girl, man, and kiss her. So all I remember is like, let me call Olivia Holt back. She's like, yeah, call her back. So I called her, and she was like, hello, is this David? I'm like, yeah, Olivia Holt, what's up? So she's like, is Storm Reid really your girlfriend? I'm like, yeah, she my girl. She's like, wow. Okay, so you're going with the little girl from Wrinkle in Time. So I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? She's like, I'm just saying, that's really creepy. So Storm like, what the fuck is creepy about it? I'm a girl, he's a boy. What's so fucking weird about it? So she's like, I'm just saying, like, oh, okay, that's your girl. So she was like, I mean, like, can you get me off a speakerphone? So I'm like, okay. So I take her off a speakerphone, and then Storm Reid put her back on speakerphone without her knowing. So she like, so when did you meet her? So I'm like, I met Storm Reid through Scott Jackson. She's like, wait a minute. Okay, so how did you meet Scott Jackson? I'm like, I'm doing a movie with Scott Jackson. So she's like, I know Scott Jackson, right? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I guess. So she's like, so I mean, I'm not gonna ask her about it, but I'm just saying, like, do she even know y'all dating? So I'm like, no, not really. She like, okay. So I mean, what's your relationship with her, if you don't mind me asking? So Storm like, you asking too many damn questions, girl. Why don't you mind your damn business? What do you really want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the damn movie, or do you want to sit there and be in his damn business and his love life, or what he doing? Now, if you really want to know, he was going with Scott Jackson, and I'm Scott Jackson's best friend. How we fucking met, I wanted to ask him questions about what he was doing to my best friend. We ended up calling each other we ended up calling each other without Scott Jackson, and ended up liking each other. We ended up fucking the next night. Did I even saw she like, do that even answer any of your questions? So she's like, so you're dating your best friend's boyfriend? So she's like, yes. And I'll really fucking will appreciate it if you mind your fucking business and don't tell Scott shit. She's like, I ain't gonna tell her anything. I don't start anything, so you don't have to worry about me running my mouth. It's just that ill. So she like, well, anyway, so you like those young girls, huh, David? I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? She's like, I mean, you like young girls. I mean, it's okay. You like the young girls. So she's like, okay, I'm tired of you trying to make it seem like my boyfriend's a rapist. Like, okay, this conversation's over. She's like, wait, I'm trying to talk to David. She's like, no, you done here. You're done. Your time is expired. Goodbye. So she hang up the phone. She's like, that bitch is crazy. I don't want you talking to her. She up there talking about you like them young girls, like you're a fucking damn child molester. Like, I see. That's why I don't like talking to bitches, because she up there ill. Like, what the fuck is ill supposed to mean? Like, bitch, I'm a fucking girl and he's a boy. It makes perfect sense. That's fucking nature. You stupid bitch. And who the fuck dates people in their age? She's like, who the fuck dates people in their age range? Nobody does. Everybody dates people that they fucking like, and that's just the truth. You got a problem with it, then oh well, go fuck yourself. Up there worrying about what we doing. That bitch better not call back here. So I'm like, okay. She's like, that bitch is stupid. I'm like, come here, you my baby. She's like, you better not get no second guesses on being my boyfriend. I'm like, come here, girl. She's like, I'm gonna tell her, baby. I promise. I was on my way to fucking tell her until you showed the hell up. I'm like, well, I wanted some pussy. She's like, well, you getting it. I don't care. I'll tell her another time, baby. It don't matter. I'll always have time for my man. She's like, I'll always have time for my man. I don't care what the fuck I'm doing. So I'll tell her whenever I get a chance to. A matter of fact, I'll call her tonight and tell her. I don't know. All I know is that I'm happy that you came, because I didn't think you was even coming. So I'm like, you didn't think I was coming? She's like, no, not really, but you shocked the shit out of me, and you scared me too, David. I thought your ass was about to rape me or something, like you was one of them rapers or terrorists and shit. Like the way you grabbed me, that's why I was like looking like that when you grabbed me, because I really thought you was like one of them like robbers and shit. I was like, well, I'm about to rob that pussy. She's like, shut the hell up and come here.